Indian-American entrepreneur Sriram Krishnan, named as President-elect Donald Trump's AI policy advisor, is facing massive backlash from the far right. Accusations of stealing jobs and debates over H-1B visas continue to dominate the social media. Chennai-born techie Sriram Krishnan has ignited a fierce debate that pits Silicon Valley's tech titans against populist MAGA or Make America Great Again movement patriots. Sriram Krishnan is facing angry backlash for his comments involving removing country caps of H-1B visas and the growing tension over the future of US immigration policy, the role of foreign talent, particularly from countries like India, in Washington's tech future. Krishnan came under fierce fire after far-right political activist Laura Loomer shared his tweet about removing the country caps on green cards. She criticized the appointment of Sriram Krishnan in a post shared on X, where she said that Krishnan's views on immigration are diametrically opposite to Donald Trump's. Loomer has claimed that Krishnan wants to remove all caps on green cards so that foreign students can come to the United States and take up jobs that should instead go to the Americans. A prominent voice in the far-right rhetoric, Loomer dug up Krishnan's old tweets on removing the country cap on green cards to further strengthen her case. So what exactly is country caps on green cards? Well, the country cap on green cards refers to a policy in the United States immigration system that limits the number of green cards or permanent residency that's issued to individuals from any single country each year. Under the US law, no country can receive more than 7% of the total family-sponsored and employment-based green cards available each fiscal year. And this applies regardless of the population size or the demand for green cards from that country. Countries like India, China, Mexico and the Philippines often face significant backlogs due to the very high number of applicants exceeding the cap. And controlling immigration has been one of Trump's key agendas on which he won his latest term as the President of the United States. Following widespread criticism, David Sachs, a prominent Silicon Valley entrepreneur and ally of Krishnan, has stepped forward to defend him. Sachs responded by emphasizing Krishnan's qualifications and the United States citizenship by further adding, and I quote, "Sriram has been a US citizen for a decade. He's not running America. He's only advising on AI policies. He will have no influence on US immigration policy, and these attacks have become crude and not in the holiday spirit." And joining Sachs is Vivek Ramaswamy, who has stepped in as Sriram Krishnan's controversial views on immigration has sparked this big debate. Ramaswamy, who's going to be leading the newly created Department of Government Efficiency or DOGE alongside Elon Musk, has shared his opinion on why most tech hires are quote-unquote foreign-born. He asserted that it is not quote-unquote because of an innate American IQ deficit, but because it all comes down to the C word, that is culture. Vivek Ramaswamy further added, American culture has quote-unquote venerated mediocrity over excellence for way too long. He pointed out that American films and television shows celebrate prom queens over math Olympiad champs, which will not produce the best engineers. Now, at the heart of this clash is growing tension over the future of US immigration policies and the role that foreign talent, particularly from countries like India, should be playing in shaping Americans' technological landscape. The United States far right has gone on an anti-India drive over Trump's pick of Sriram. Some of the US conservative extremists severely criticized the decision, citing Krishnan's support for legal immigration from India. Racist rants and widespread resentment against Indians in the United States has taken over the internet amid a fierce skirmish between Trump's tech clique and MAGA nativists. Krishnan's past posts and podcasts were handpicked to characterize him as being an Indian loyalist who was arguing to increase guest worker visas and green card caps for Indians, all in a bid to exploit the United States at the expense of native-born Americans. And despite having a background in senior leadership roles in major tech firms such as Snapchat, Facebook, Yahoo, Twitter, and even Microsoft, Krishnan has an edge in Trump's 2.0, and he will now be playing a big role in developing AI policies across various government sectors. However, despite all his stellar credentials, Krishnan's appointment has become the latest flashpoint for the ongoing controversy. Critics from the far right, particularly those aligned with MAGA ideologies, accuse him of embodying Silicon Valley elitism and supporting immigration policies that they argue will harm American workers. But in a firm show of support, tech billionaire Elon Musk has come out to Sriram's defense as well, making the broader argument that the United States needs to attract the best and the brightest from across the world to maintain its primacy.